I was sitting in the ashram reception and I saw one person going in a cycle shouting something. I looked, basket full of birds. I stopped him. So we purchased turkeys and guinea fowl and fancy hens, and that's all. Fancy hens, we bought it. They were very small baby ones. We were very scared whether they will survive or not. Everybody said these people are bringing all deceased ones. In spite of that, we bargained, we bought it at a throwaway price. He said he's from Dharmapuri in Tamil Nadu, coming all the way. He gave his telephone number. He said, good ones only. We took it. Turkeys have grown, yes, in the ashram. Very nice. They've grown very big now. It must be 8 months or 10 months back story. One day when I was walking towards the library from my cottage, this female, we bought 4, 1 male and 3 female, I said, but it went reverse. 3 male and 1 female came. It might be a mistake to check into the smaller ones. Walking towards the library, this female came, kept running behind me and said, I was thinking, why she asked? She said that maybe she wants something to eat. So I turned around and asked, what? And I spoke to her and I continued to walk. Again, she came behind and said, so why she's telling PPP? And she's telling PPP and she's running towards the direction. Then I suspected, even though I have never gone to Turkey school to study Turkey language, I suspected that must be something. So I ran behind her. Again, she's coming towards me, PPP, and she's showing to one direction. I looked into that direction. It says wall. Again, she's PPP, and she went there. I slowly went peeped inside from the wall. Her male one fell on the other side. Can you believe this? People used to fly and sit on the top of the wall, and by mistake he fell on the other side. I said a lot of dogs are there. So village dogs can attack. I was shocked. We ran and picked it up. Can you know they can talk a language? They're suffering if you can understand the language, that gibberish language. No language is language. There's no language barriers. If you can just melt and love that person, you can understand what is the reality. The path, the truth, question has got answers. You do not have to go to a Turkey school to learn a Turkey language. Jamnalal Bajaj. Born on 4th November 1889 in Sikar. Passed away 11th February 1942 in Wardha. Was an Indian industrialist. He founded the Bajaj group of companies in the 1920s, and the group now has 24 companies, including 6 that are listed on the bourses. He was also a close and beloved associate of Mahatma Gandhi, who is known to have often declared that Jamnalal was his 5th son. Jamnalal Bajaj said, it is not kingdom I desire, nor heaven, nor release from rebirth. What I desire is the destruction of the pains of creatures caused by suffering. Anybody for that matter. What Jamnalal Bajaj said, if you just walk into the villages, you can see suffering. Yes. And government hand in hand glove with Korean has created the white revolution to destroy families. My biggest pain I found is they gave cows to houses. And they don't have house, first of all, a small shed. And they thought something going to happen. They tied the cow inside the room and they slept. Dengue fever, smell, husband, wife breaking. Early morning, 2:30, getting up to feed the cow and take the milk by force. Used and misused my whole village people. Destroyed families after families. 24/7, 365 days. They couldn't even attend family function because the cow was 24/7. A very great test technique by Korean to make money by using the people, a slave trade. When you look into that, Jamnalal Bajaj is telling the pain. He understood there was a pain, but who has got guts to talk about the white revolution torture which has gone through? Forget about it. It is not kingdom I desire, nor heaven, nor release from rebirth. What it is, a destruction, the pains of creatures caused by suffering. The only one pain we can altogether remove is all the elders strictly, especially the young fathers and mothers, strictly adhere to these two things, whether you are in the city or in the village. You will not use electricity, and that you will use only solar. Not even a single light, and the whole country will be illuminated with the solar lights. That much is enough. The villagers have got. You can at least save some molest and rape happening in the villages in the darkness of the white revolution, which forced people to get up early morning 2:30 to milk the cow in the darkness. Snake bites. The lights are there. 365 days of beautiful sunlight, solar in the length and breadth. We can bring down the pain. Yes, light, beautiful light. Yes, people can sleep in peace with their children. Anyway, government has not provided, or the people who had got more money have not provided that people enough houses. Neither we created houses where people, subsidy houses or whatever things that people can construct in the smallest amount of their income. A beautiful house where they can sleep peacefully without electricity bill. And the rainwater harvesting that they collect it up either in that village, they collect and then they distribute, or house to house they collect. House to house, let every house collect, and then let the village and that particular prefecture or nagar collects that water so that it's distributed. We can bring out the pain. So that Jamnalal Bajaj, before he left, he went with pain. He must have struggled to tell us there was a pain, but how to convince the political mainstream to reach to every part of the country. It is possible to reach. Just these two, rainwater harvesting and solar, is sufficient. All the temples, masjids, churches, all the ashrams should first implement them, and all that talks, all the meditation times, all the philosophy times, they talk only this one part, and you can see the suffering, the pain is gone. Jamnalal Bajaj said, it is pain, destruction of the pain of creatures caused by suffering. They're living in real suffering. If you can give this much, people will be in deep in love. They understand rainwater harvesting can be converted to grey water harvesting, to black water harvesting, to drip irrigation. It is beautiful. Everybody has got enough. That one collection of rainwater will teach them save and then spend. And once they know to save the rainwater what the nature has given, and once they know to save the solar light what the sun god has given us morning till evening, they will know to save the food grains and create a beautiful landscape. It's got pedicured, manicured landscape. That is what all God, nature and God wants it. And there hardly will be any floods, because the flood waters will be diverted to so and so. Together, let us plan it to bring down the suffering. It is possible. Rainwater harvesting and solar. Jamnalal Bajaj said, it is not kingdom I desire, nor heaven, nor release from rebirth. What I desire is the destruction of pains of creatures caused by suffering. Let us at least work to create some peace for Jamnalal Bajaj. This one quote.